Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
You are one of the very few Congress leaders today who worked with Indira Gandhi, Sanjay Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, now Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi and now Rahul Gandhi. In terms of his leadership acumen or leadership style, how is Rahul Gandhi different from his grandmother, uncle or his father?
You see, Rahul Gandhi is perhaps one of the most misunderstood politicians. Now, either you think I'm downright stupid or I am a sycophant. Okay? I have seen Mrs. Gandhi. I was there when emergency was imposed. It was different times, different kind of requirements, different kind of leadership. Every country at a point of time needs a different kind of leadership. The question is Rahul Gandhi, does he have the leadership potential?
I think he's asking you to see how he is different from the others that he's mentioned.
I'm coming to them. I started with Mrs. Gandhi. Sanjay Gandhi had his own style. He was a doer. He had impatience. We would have never had Trans-Jamna. We would have never had Trans-Jamna. The trees which are planted there, when you go to Noida, are planted with my own hands. You know how it was called Noida? We never thought anybody would go there. So what do we call it? The only brand name which was there was Okhla. So we said, let's call it the New Okhla Industrial Development Authority. So the word Noida was coined. You see what the challenge is. You would have never had Noida. If we didn't have Noida, what would have happened? Trans-Jamna was dead, was a forest. It was there. Sanjay Gandhi was the type when the houses were being built there, he told the State Bank chairman, I want a branch there in 1 week's time. He said, sir, where do I find a place? He said, put it up in a tent. And he was a doer. He was fiercely nationalistic. And he thought he differed with his mother on many things. He differed with his mother. And in fact, this was a big problem at times. Mrs. Gandhi had her own style. She was a person who understood this country and wanted to keep pace, have her own pace, and was thinking that government is capable of doing much more than what the private sector is doing. That was then. That's why we had that pattern of investment and all our policies, import, export, but such. Rahul Gandhi came in and said, I'm going to take this country to the 21st century. You will recall. Rajiv Gandhi. You remember when the computers were there? Yes. He was trying to computerize the railways. There were bunds, no computers.
Or the banks.
And the banks, no computers. He had that majority. He had that vision. He had that. And I think that's one thing which the country should never forget of this IT sector. He started the IT training institutes. Today we have a Infosys, we have a HCL, we have a TCS. It's because of Rajiv Gandhi. He created all these training institutes.
Was he softer than even Mrs. Gandhi?
He was softer. Yes, he was softer because he had such a majority. He didn't have to face the onslaught of the opposition. The opposition was nothing at that time. So circumstances were different. Every leader was in a different political environment. Then came Sonia Gandhi. I told you about Sonia Gandhi. She would take opinions from everybody, which I used to sometimes not find correct. She, like a panchayat, ask 10 people, arrive at a consensus and say, yes, now we'll do this. And you say that she ran the government. I must say I was a minister for all those years when she was Congress president. Not once did she tell me a thing. I don't know a minister she once told me. Only time she talked to me was the WTO. When I was going for the WTO, she told me, Kamal, make sure you don't compromise with the country's position, whatever the pressure on you.
So are you going to watch The Accidental Prime Minister or not?
I haven't watched a movie in the last 25 years. I don't know whether I'll watch this one. I don't want to break this record by watching Accidental Prime Minister. And you know what this book is about, and you know who wrote this book. I don't want to get into this. And why? Okay. Shekhar, you know it from the inside. I don't know it so much from the inside. Now here we come to Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi, as a human being, I think his biggest problem is he's too tolerant. You can disagree with him and he welcomes it. He'll argue with you. He'll argue with you and he's a great listener. Today I heard for about 3 minutes on the internet his speech he was giving in Dubai. How different is it to Modi? They said, of course, he's not been in politics as much as Mr. Modi. But the question is, do you understand what he's all about? Is he a tyrant? He's not. Is he loved? Those who understand him love him. Modi is not a loved prime minister. He's a feared prime minister. I don't have to tell you people this, right? So Rahul Gandhi has his own style. A style where he's more tolerant than what he should be. The very fact that he tolerates me demonstrates that. He understands this country. And I'd one day, Shekhar, have a chat with him on religion, on Hinduism. He'll teach you a thing or two. When he talks to me, I've talked to him on religion.
It will be very easy to teach me something.
Yeah, no, but on Hinduism, it's the knowledge. You talk to him about investment, what he thinks about it. You talk to him about the agricultural sector, what he thinks about it, the social sector. So, there are people who look at him as what he was 4 years ago. They'll say, Papu, I'll tell you, once I was about 2 years ago in one party meeting of ours, and the format was that I'm the first speaker, then they speak, then I end it off. And I said that Rahul Gandhi को थोड़ा और आक्रामक होना चाहिए, और वो बहुत कुछ बर्दाश्त करते हैं, और वो साधारण को बोलना भी थोड़ी कड़क बोलना चाहिए. You know, one of the speakers got up and said, जी हमारे जैसे तो बोलते हैं, हम कौन सा बोलना जानते हैं? 2 years ago, you know, when people used to laugh at some of his speeches, हम भी हमारे जैसे तो हैं ही, तो वो क्यों आक्रामक हुए? Started arguing with me. They're relating. The question is, do you relate? Mr. Modi, in the run-up to 2014, created a scenario where people started relating to him. So many jobs, so much this, 15 lakhs. So people need to relate to you, right? Mrs. Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, people started relating with her against Bajpayee. That's why she made Mr. Bajpayee sit at home, which was totally unexpected. But I knew what was going to happen.